Common Land explores the legacy of the Oxfordshire Rising of 1596, a rural protest in the countryside to the north of Oxford City against hardship and land enclosure. The wounded landscapes of enclosure persist to this day, expressing violence, inequality, dispossession and social stratification. This photography book and my whole project are both an interpretation and a documentary of remembrance of that process. By 1596, failed harvests had produced starvation in many rural areas. Equally significant, however, was the enclosure by wealthy landlords of what had been common or arable land and its conversion into sheep pasture, a profound social and economic change that had been growing throughout the Tudor era. No longer able to sustain themselves, many rural poor drifted into homelessness, unemployment and social breakdown as villages became depopulated. The rising was led by Bartholomew Steer, a young carpenter from the village of Hampton Gay. Steer called for a rising of the people to pull down the enclosures, but crucially he went a step further than other rebels of the time. He called for local landlords to be killed and their weapons seized as what he hoped would be the precursor to a general rebellion. Alas, this soon became the cause of all his trouble. These legacies are still with us today. The Tudor era was the dawn of centuries of sometimes violent land enclosure that have given us the English landscape we now see. Our ideas of land use, property and ownership began to take shape at this time, leaving us with spectacular inequality and notorious trespass laws. Even now, more than 90% of the land in England is off limits to the public, and more than half of our rural land is owned by less than 1% of our population. Still with us too are social and legal systems that underwrite such imbalances, and, frighteningly, the ease with which powerful interests can demonise poor and marginal social groups, the better to take what little they have. The Oxfordshire Rising of 1596 was a protest by the common man. It was born of desperation, and it ended tragically at the gallows. The issues it brought to light, however, remain unresolved and are a stain upon Britain to this day. If you'd like to know more about the Oxfordshire Rising and about this book, then please check out the website which I flagged up in the links below this video. Thank you for watching.